All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We are honored to be here for the biggest spectacle in sports, the Super Bowl. Are you ready, partner?
I am more than ready, and I love the word you used, honored, because it is an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. My excitement is just about to burst through the booth. I can't wait to do this.
Well, and sitting with both of these teams and talking in the meetings and media day and all the hoopla that goes into this, there was one common theme. They're ready to stop the talking and start playing football.
Yeah, they were probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides coming with a game plan to start. We'll see how. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8-ball on the road to get things going.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Watch the safety creep.
On third down, here's Coleman. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, this is Edmonds. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about it, Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A huge play there for Denver. 67 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the double. Mike 29. Let's go, baby. Recon, 132 fighter. Get that ball. Check out read. Check. 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 Get it.
From the gun, it's locked. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's Locke to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7. 51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Gonna look deep for Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
He's got a first out and more inside the 30, and down to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Hey, stand up.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And some room to maneuver. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Broncos have taken the lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on on 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
All day, every day, any day. Hey, check my 45. Check my
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He finds Coleman.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. That's caught at the 25. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They're able to locate Wilson. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush is just...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Mitchell Trubisky taking it in as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Rock it. Check. Sit up. Let go.
On second down now. It's Lindsay. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Hey, Delta.
On second and 11 now. Trubisky firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And able to find Dorsett. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On the draw play, Coleman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Coleman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Trubisky to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
On second and a yard. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
3rd and 10.
70, Indy. Shoot.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Trubisky will throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Philip Dorsett, 81 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Look at me. Zipper. Now.
Another run by Lindsey. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That's it, baby.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's checking crap. Hey, lock it. Check.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10, it's Trubisky again. Completes it to Coleman. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On first down, Coleman, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 31, Trubisky. On left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Here's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Check. Crunch. Ran. Smooth. Hey, let's calm down.
On third down, Trubisky. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 14 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw again on second down. Lock. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
That one goes for 36 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ringo. 18. 51, Mike 51.
Now Trubisky. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, 18. Hey, alert. Hey, Orbit. You ain't doing nothing today. 45, Mike, 45. Cut. Alert.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as the Bears push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On third down, Lindsey. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now.
It's fourth down.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. I know he ain't got it. Check 3, check 3. Hey, be careful, be careful.
Locke going to go on fourth down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Locke now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Go now. 60 outlaw. Hey, exit.
Now on second and 13. Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Locke now. 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. Into the red zone. It's Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will get him one closer. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. This is Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. The Bears on third down, as close to automatic as you can get. 9 out of 10. This will be third and a mile. Throwing here, Trubisky. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself,
and this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They will run again with Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. A Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll run with Edmonds again. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
They want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
And two stop. 80 weapons. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey.
Now Locke. Now a desperation throw deep down. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. 10. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So there is still time. A little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They want that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And the Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.